Here is everything I prepped for an event with Katy Perry's mocktail line at Soi. So I started my prep work for this event a few days in advance by sourcing all of the ingredients. One of those ingredients being the oranges from my backyard, which I plan to dehydrate and then serve as a garnishment in one of the mocktail drinks for the event. The day before the event, I started prepping some of the items. The theme of the event is game night with Soi, and they wanted some fun snacks to be served to the guests. So I'll be doing a very large charcuterie grazing table along with a DIY Pop-Tart station. The two flavors of Pop-Tarts that guests can choose from are Blueberry Bliss and Simply Strawberry. One of the bakers in the commercial kitchen let me borrow her measuring tools so that I could accurately measure each Pop-Tart out. Once I had baked all the Pop-Tarts, I set them aside to cool and then carefully packaged them to store them in the fridge. Once I was done with the Pop-Tarts, the dehydrated oranges have fully dried out, and then I bagged those up and called it a day. Day of the event, I was back at the commercial kitchen and started with making the Pop-Tart frosting. One of my secret tricks that I like doing for a naturally dyed frosting is blending up freeze-dried fruit until it turns into powder, and then mixing that powder into the frosting. Not only does this give the frosting a nice vibrant color, but it also acts as a great flavor enhancement. Now, aside from a DIY Pop-Tart station, I'm also going to be setting up a 60-person, 6-foot charcuterie grazing table. And with that comes a lot of cheeses and meats. So I like to pre-cut any cheeses, meats, and breads ahead of time if I can, because it honestly does take a while. That way when I'm at the event, I can just really focus on creating a visually aesthetic board. Just as I had finished my prep work, one of the vegan bakers popped by and dropped some croissants for me. And oh my god, I cannot believe it's not butter. This was a phenomenal treat to have. Follow along for part 2 and I will show you guys the full event setup.